Dave here. I've been threatening to start building my Dave Morrison channel, so now's the time. I see this other channel as mostly non-political, where I can talk about other things. There are other things, right? I apologize for my voice. There's a terrible flu thing going around out here, and I have got it. Anyway, about 5 months ago, I got a couple of guys from Dave Morrison Bands of the Past, and we recorded a gig at a winery in Pasadena, California. Jason video recorded the show and mixed the tracks. I'm finally releasing the first batch of them. Sorry it took so long. The players are Chad Watson on bass and Greg Kruger on lead guitar, dobro, and mandolin. The first song is called 2016. It's about the year 2016. We lost so many amazing artists that year. Prince, B.B. King, David Bowie, etc. Also, a friend of mine died of cancer, and we had the big shooting at the gay nightclub in Florida. My older brother also died late that year. So in this song, I start out with my friend telling his girlfriend what he wants to do with the time he's got left. And then the song switches scenes to Orlando and the shooting. And then it comes home to me musing a bit about my life and the end game there. This song will be on the next album. Next up is Stealing Time. This song was written to be sung by a woman. It's about loving a guy who just refuses to turn into the guy you thought you were going to end up with. How that feels, like having years just stolen from you. It works from the male perspective too, but maybe this is something women put up with more than men. This song will also be on my next record, hopefully with a woman singing it. Next we have Nothing Left to Lose. I wrote this while I was moving out of my cottage and into my RV. I didn't know where I'd end up. I was somewhat at a loss, but suddenly a feeling of peace came over me as I just drifted off into a new phase of my life. And this song came along one morning. It came fast. The good ones usually do. It's the title track of my most recent album. Idaho is the song that I wrote for Ray Gibson. He's the guy who taught me my first chords on guitar and got me excited about playing. He was a guy that grew up rough, became a surfer and a great guitar player. He gave me the little 1959 LG2 Gibson that I played for many years. He used to always take my motorcycle out for a spin every time I went over to his house to watch him play guitars with his buddies. Eventually, he bought a motorcycle himself, a Triumph 650, and headed off to Idaho, where most of his family had been moving. He was killed on a bike up there, on that same bike. The song is about that. It's on my recent album, too. Next is another song from that album. It's called Hand Me Down, and this one pissed off a few feminists when I first started playing it out around L.A. The first one of you to guess which line set them off wins a free CD. The song is pretty self-explanatory. I wrote it about my girlfriend at the time, Gail. I still miss that girl. This was written when our relationship was right in the sweet spot. Breaking up with her was one of the major factors in me deciding to give up the drinking. I think that Gail would really relate to the idea of stealing time. She put up with a lot from me, and I still owe her many apologies to come. Number 6 is Greenwood Tree. This song was written when I was still married. It's about going camping and being unable to just be there. Thinking too much, wishing I was somewhere else, something I've always had a problem with. There's a really good version of this on my latest album. Remember, these ones here, these videos, are super stripped down versions. The ones on this CD are properly produced. So that's this batch. Please subscribe to my new channel and hit the notifications bell. I won't always be announcing on this channel what I put up on that channel. But don't worry, notifications only show up on YouTube. No emails or texts or anything. Okay, that's that. As always, thanks for checking in.